Hey dudes, what's the time? 11? Yeah, we're about to board. I'm really tired.
Very cold.
Very cold. Kinda want to go to sleep, but there's so much food that we need to eat. So we'll see you guys in a bit. I really liked flying Starlux to Taiwan. It's very new, modern, interior design looks great. And on our way there, the flight was really empty. But on our way back, it was packed. Funnily enough, on the way there, we bumped into Tim. And we were essentially the only people on the flight and just taking turns recording the cabin. And if you'd like to fly Starlux as well, you can too. Angel booked this flight for us, 75k points and $19 in fees. So definitely a great deal if you can find it and make it work with your availability. The seat's very comfortable and there's a large footwell. They give you pajamas, slippers, and they even give you a complimentary face mask that you can put on. There's wireless charging, but it actually didn't work with my phone case, so I actually just plugged it in. The screen's pretty responsive, and on this flight, we sat next to each other. On the way back, we sat across the aisle, which made it a little bit harder to talk to each other. But hey, if you want a little bit more privacy, suggest this seating arrangement.
It's so hard to get your attention.
At your own risk though. First row are 4 first class seats, which are essentially the same, but wrapped with a slightly higher wall. You get a bigger screen as well, but no one sat there, so we just recorded.
36,000 feet.
Right, just looking through the menu now. So we got the lobster for dinner, and I was actually really hoping to get the milk tea, the boba milk tea, but I didn't realize it's only on the way back. So from Taiwan, when we come back from Taiwan to SF, then we'll have no boba this time. Okay, so I'm probably the worst at describing food, so I'm gonna hand it over to Angel to explain what we ate.
Alright, be prepared for some real talk because the food was definitely not the highlight of this experience. So starting with the outbound flight, I'm not sure who thought it was a good idea to serve this giant piece of chicken liver terrine as an appetizer. Even as someone who likes pate and foie gras, this was way too big, way too rich, and the flavor of the rhubarb compote was also way too strong. The soup was mediocre, and my favorite thing ended up being the warm bread. Luckily, the mains were much better. Jason's lobster noodle was solid with tender lobster and a flavorful sauce. My chicken dish was also pretty good. It tasted like Hainan chicken and was surprisingly tender, but just a tad too salty. As you guys know, Jason loves all kinds of ice cream, but I'm a bit pickier. I actually don't remember what flavors they had, but I do remember that they were too sweet for me. On the way back, we were finally able to get the boba, and it was surprisingly good. The drink itself was not too sweet, and the boba was cooked perfectly. Not too soft, not too firm. The texture was absolutely perfect. Then we started with a scallop appetizer. It was definitely a step up from the chicken liver, but still odd because the scallops were obviously frozen and had a strangely firm consistency. Think scallop fish cake. So once again, my favorite thing was the garlic mentaiko French bread dipped in the red pepper soup. Jason liked the lobster noodle so much that he decided to get another version of it on the way back, and unfortunately that was not the right choice this time. It was really dry and fishy, and the noodles were flavorless. Starlux was doing a collaboration with a famous Taipei restaurant called Hutong at the time, so at the encouragement of multiple friends, I got the grilled pork ribs. The flavor was good, but unfortunately the meat was tough and chewy.
Now come get ready with me. Get ready. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, here's the routine just before I go to sleep. Put on my pajamas and open up the amenity kit. Brush my teeth and put on, I think, which I have no idea what that was. Oh, maybe some oil for my face. Lip balm. So I don't, yeah, just to keep the lips moist. what I'm saying. And then, what's this? Oh, hand cream. Put some hand cream on, and is that it? Oh yeah, that's it.
We woke up hungry and shared a ramen even though the flight attendant tried to dissuade us by saying that it was really big and breakfast was in 30 minutes. Very glad that we didn't listen because this ended up being better than both breakfast options. It wasn't anything amazing, but definitely more satisfying. The Western breakfast started with a salad that was once again way too big. The croissant was very good though, perfectly light and buttery. The French toast was too sweet and would have benefited from a lighter element like fresh cream. The Asian breakfast was congee, and while the variety and presentation was good, the shrimp was too salty and the bean curd sheets were really tough. I mostly ate the salted duck egg and tofu roux, which was very nostalgic. On the way back, we of course had to get another boba for breakfast. And once again, the Western breakfast started with another salad that I didn't really need but did like better than the other ones. The croissant was once again very good. The banana crepe was decent with lots of cream and banana filling. How is it? I had very low expectations for the scrambled egg English muffin, but it was actually not bad. The egg was soft and fluffy, and the truffle sauce was surprisingly well balanced for once. It only became too heavy because of the quantity, but that's mainly a small person problem. Because of the finicky middle divider, we thought this seating arrangement would be easier for sharing food, but we thought wrong. Reaching across the aisle during mealtime was actually pretty dangerous since the flight attendants were constantly walking back and forth carrying trays of food. Would not recommend, and we will definitely not be doing this again. In conclusion, we enjoyed flying Starlux even though the cabin is not as overtly impressive or as different as something like ANA The Room or Qatar Q Suites. The real difference is in the subtle touches like the wireless charging, the face mask, the touchless flush, and the very large and responsive touchscreen. Of course, the warm, attentive Taiwanese service doesn't hurt either. Unfortunately, I have to say that the in-flight catering was a miss for me. Their chefs seemed to have a hard time with balance. Either the portions were too big or the food was too salty or sweet, and my favorite items ended up being things that didn't require cooking. If you've flown Starlux, let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
Alright, now I want to show you guys the Galactic Lounge. It's space themed and I think it's pretty cool. It's a little cartoonish and it makes me think of Buzz Lightyear's base or spaceship, something like that. There's lockers at the front that you can use. I put my Gundams there. There's also ice cream, there's different drinks you can choose, and there's a large food buffet. I don't think we ate any of this, and I don't remember why. You're gonna have to ask Angel. I think it was either we already ate or too full or saving our stomach for the plane, something like that. The lounge is quite spacious and there's a lot of seating area that you can choose from. There's an upstairs and then also a downstairs. So we ventured down to check it out as well. Downstairs more or less the same as what you get. There's drinks, buffet station, and the showers are down here as well, along with some VIP rooms. I don't know what they're for. I tried to go into one, but I think they were locked. Maybe you have to book them in advance or something like that. There's also an a la carte option, and the food here looks pretty good. Unfortunately, we didn't get to order from this, so we didn't eat any of this time round, but I definitely want to try it next time. There's a lot of charging stations around as well, so that's pretty handy. And of course, I have to get the ice cream, or I had to get the ice cream. Fresh milk, vanilla. I think this was a little disappointing though, because it was a bit icy, but hey, ice cream is ice cream, for me anyway. Thanks for sticking to the end. If you're still watching this or you want to hear more about our Taiwan adventures, check out our other video. Here's a snippet.